Hey you guys, how you doing? My name's Ben. I'm here today to talk to you a bit about the Feiyu-Tech G4 steady handheld gimbal. So this is the gimbal. It's really nice. It's a 3-axis gimbal, as you can see with these 3 motors, and it's worked really well for me so far. So I'm just going to go through a few key points and things that I had trouble finding out when I was looking for the G4. So the first thing that you always want to do is you want to mount your GoPro first. You never want to turn on the G4 without mounting the GoPro. If you do that, you'll run into calibration issues and other stuff. So don't do that. The other important thing to keep in mind is you want to hold it straight when you're turning it on. If you hold it crooked or off to the side, you're going to get pitch issues and you're going to get weird stuff happening. So always hold it straight when you're turning it on. Another thing I see people asking about is if you can take this underwater. No, you cannot. You can't take it out in the rain either, and you cannot mount the GoPro to the G4 using the housing. So if that's something you want to do, it's not possible. One cool thing Feiyu-Tech did though was add an extra set of mounting screws that come with the G4. You can use those to attach an LCD backpack. So if you don't have the Hero 4 Silver, like I do, you can use your backpack and still use the G4. So I wanted to go over a few pros and cons with you guys about the G4. The first thing is it'll definitely change the way your videos look. The biggest reason I got it was to help with steadiness, and it's done that, but it's added, more beyond what I could have asked for. It's really given me a professional quality to the videos, and I'm really happy with the way it's performing. So the second pro to me is it's nicely made. Seems to be made from aluminum, but it's solid, and it's probably something I'll throw in my bag and will take with me when I'm shooting whenever I go out. And the last pro I wanted to point out about the G4 is that it's pretty much ready to go out of the box. You do have to charge the batteries, and they give you 2 sets, which is really awesome. But beyond that, you turn it on and it's ready to go. It'll calibrate and you can use it. And that's really cool. There's nothing to put together. There's no wires to mess with. So I really like that. So the first con I wanted to point out is that there is no way to update the G4 yet if you're a Mac user. That is something that Feiyu-Tech is changing and they're working on apparently. But in the meantime, if you're a Mac user, you're going to have to stick with the firmware that comes out of the box. So the second con I wanted to point out is that the G4 is not cheap. At about $350, it's almost as much as the GoPro itself. So for a lot of people, that may be enough to stop them from getting it. I think I'm going to leave that up to you guys. The fact that I've been using it for a bit, I can tell you that it's worth it, but I can understand the drawback. So the bottom line for me on the G4 is that it's a really cool thing to have if you're a GoPro user. I think for me it's going to change the way my stuff looks, and I'm really happy to have it. I'll be using it all the time. If you have a chance to go check one out, go do that. Big thanks to Feiyu-Tech. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.